going on, guys? Welcome back. Hopefully another short and sweet one for you today, but I figured I'd make a video on this car because it was so popular the last time it was here. So some of you may recognize this VR SS. It's been here before, it's been on the channel before, so I made a video. We did a full cam kit on the 5 litre that was in it, as well as a full Haltech install, all the bells and whistles, full lot. It was a really cool little setup. Didn't make a lot of power, obviously, being stock intake on the 5 litre with the little cam that was in it. But it was a nice little talky thing, and it sounds awesome because 5 litres just sounds so good. But the owner, since then, picked up a VR Calais, which had a 355 stroker engine in it and an auto. But obviously, because of the early 4L60s and those early 5 litres, the only way to tune them is with a memcal. And with the Haltech and stuff, you can't control the 4L60. Well, not with the GM Platinum Sport plug-in, which is in this one for the GM. It can't control the 4L60. So anyway, what he decided was to pull the 355 out of the Calais, whack it in this thing with the Haltech in front of the manual so that we can tune it and see what it does. And I'm pretty sure he just parted out the rest of the Calais and off it went. So now we've got our 355 engine here. As you can see, full airflow package, intake, throttle body. So, you know, all of the things that were holding the 5 litre back have been replaced, and we've also got more cubes, a bigger cam, all of the rest of the things to go with it. And we've still got all of our Haltech bells and whistles, all of our fun stuff. So keen to see what this thing does. It's got a Crow 4626 cam in it, just a solid flat tappet. So we're just checking the lash on the lifters at the moment, on the rockers. Once we sort that out, we can see what this thing does on the dyno. Pretty excited. Rightio guys, pretty much all finished up on the big VR. It is a pretty angry little combo for a Holden. Had a few issues that we fought with pretty much the whole time. So yesterday, after I filmed the intro, well, that might have even been spawned, I can't remember, but we've been fighting with this IAC system on this ProFlow throttle body the whole time, and ended up just getting the shits with it and just plugging the IAC hole completely. So the ProFlow uses a GM style IAC, but it's actually a Chrysler style pinout, and they're different. The coils are different. So usually people try and wire them up like a GM one and try and drive the coils the wrong way, and that usually fries the IAC. So that's how this was hooked up. We fixed the wiring yesterday. We put a new IACV in that we had in stock, which was exactly the same ProFlow item, but it's still not behaving itself. It's still acting like a pork chop, doing our freaking heads in, can't decide where it wants to be. So ended up just plugging the hole. This thing seems to not be too bad. We opened the throttle blades a little bit, used timing to get it under control. We'll see what the cold start's like, but the hot start seems fine. So as long as the cold start's right, I'm pretty happy. Well, honestly, I'm not that interested in chasing this issue, to be fair with you guys. Just don't have the time to be chasing this issue. We really don't like these IACVs. It's weird that The GM style seems to be work really well in the LS, but it's really hard to get any other ECU to drive it. I think you might need a proper half bridge setup to drive them properly, but anyway, enough of that. So we fought with that for a little while. We had some issues we found with the throttle not opening fully. So we fixed that. We picked up about 20 horsepower there. The other issue we had was the exhaust dumping at the diff was burning our straps. So we had to reset the car. So anyway, just a few issues like that. General tune problems. So this morning what we did was set all the lash on the lifters. One posi lock was broken, so super glad we did that instead of just going straight into the tune, because that would have been fun. It wasn't the first one that had been broken as well. There were 3 already in there that had been replaced, so something to keep an eye on. And all of them, the lash was way out. There were way too much lash, so tightened them all up before we started. Sorted a posi lock out for that broken one, and so far engine wise it's been sweet. General oil leaks and stuff like that, but sounds good, goes good, responsive. She's a bit of an animal. So this is where we ended up. 356 at the wheels, which is still pretty staunch. It's a pretty angry little combo. I'm pretty excited to go for a bit of a street test with it, make sure it's behaving on the street. Even with the 5 litre in it, with that little cam at, I think at 200 and something, can't remember what it was, but it was less than 300 horsepower. But even with that setup, this thing was a torquey little setup. There's a lot to be said for the torque of a Holden, and then obviously being a manual as well. Pretty nice little setup. So anyway, that's what we ended up with. About 28 degrees of timing. Didn't want to make any more power with any more than 28 degrees. So not knock limited, but not making any more power. And that's what we end up with, 356.2. So happy with that. Run out of time today, so we'll, tomorrow I'm out, but Friday we'll go for a bit of a street test and see how it goes. And I'm looking forward to it. What's up guys, back here this morning. On cold start, this thing was awesome. It actually cold started great without that IAC. The way it's set up is actually running really well. Cold start's great. So just did a few more runs this morning, put in a little bit more IAT fuel correction because the fuel was a bit out while the IATs were nice and cool. So we sorted that out. Because it's running fine and starting fine without that IAC, I'm just gonna put his old one back in. That way, obviously he doesn't have to pay for a new IAC that's not working anyway. But yeah, so that's all sorted. I'm just about to get it off the dyno. We'll go for a quick lap up the street, just see how it goes. But yeah, this thing is cool. Righto guys, I'm just gonna go for a quick test drive, and I thought I'd bring yous with me. I get comments all the time, people want to see more of these cars in action. So I thought I'd just chuck yous in and bring yous with me. But on that same token, there's 2 things you've got to be realistic about here. Firstly is that these cars aren't ours. Obviously there's a certain amount of testing that we need to do as tuners to ensure that the car's going to behave and be safe in the instances or in the environment in the same way that it's going to be used in, sort of thing. But you'll never see us abusing someone else's car on the street, like especially. The second thing is obviously filming ourselves in any way breaking the law and putting it up on the internet is also really, really stupid. So that's just straight up not going to happen. So like even things like this thing's making 356 at the wheels and it's still a T5. So the last thing I'm going to be doing is go and abuse it, because chances are you're going to break something, but it's also just not what we do. So, you know, I'll bring you along, you can hear it, you can sort of see, it's probably a little bit of excitement, but I think a lot of people get the wrong idea. You know, we're not out here going and abusing people's cars. It's just not what happens. It's just not that exciting at the end of the day. It's just a bit of a drive, some spirited, I suppose, acceleration, and some data logging, just to ensure that it's behaving properly and it's safe. But that's pretty much all it is. So anyway, that's one of the big reasons I want to do a lot more of our own vehicles this year, so that we can actually do some more fun content of us actually driving. And even as simple as going to events where people like our customers are driving, and I can jump in while they drive and film, just so that you can see the car in action with the owners actually having some fun. But you'll never see us out here abusing customers' cars. It just doesn't happen. But anyway, see how it goes. It feels strong, this thing. It's good. that feels good. It's a nice little combo, this thing. A lot of mid-range. Comes to a stop. This is mostly what the test drive is about just street drivability. Making sure you can come to a stop and it doesn't want to stall. Just making sure it's not behaving funny in any way. Oh, that's nice. Cruise as well. It's not pig rooty or anything at cruise. Actually, like even at cruise at the moment, it's not obnoxious and loud or anything. It's actually quite a nice car to cruise in. A bit of an exhaust rattle. Belt squeal on that power steering. But nah, I'd own and drive the crap out of this thing. This is a really cool little combo. I think the owner's contemplating a T56 conversion, which I think is a great idea. I do like something different. Like, as much as I love LSs, I do love this just for the fact that it's Holden. I like something a little bit different. It's torquey as. It's a really nice little street combo. I like it. There's a mad pothole up here somewhere I've got to keep an eye out for. Our roads out here are cooked. There it is. Disgusted. Honestly, for the speeds this thing's doing, I reckon it could probably use some shorter diff gears. Probably really pep it up a little bit more. I don't know what diff gears are in it, but they definitely don't need to be this tall. But anyway, that's about a test drive, guys. Let me know how you think, or what you think of it. You know, if you think it's really that good, I'll bring you along for a few more when we do tunes. But honestly, this is about as exciting as it gets. This thing's behaving great. I've got nothing I've got to change or review this log when I get back, but for the most part, I've got nothing here that I particularly feel like needs attention. So yeah, you know, if you really like it, let me know. I'll put more videos, but yeah, don't get it twisted. We're not out here, you know, abusing people's cars and making content with people's cars for the sake of it. It's just a test drive for us as tuners to ensure that they're behaving how they should be, so that we're satisfied before they leave and customers take delivery of them. So that's what they are. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching as always. Make sure you go check out the merch, check out the giveaway we got going on. You could win yourself a HZJ 80 Series Land Cruiser for as low as $10 by buying its sticker from the web store. So head to the website, check it out. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching as always. This is a sick car. I'm stoked to have our name on it. Something a little bit different, and it goes awesome. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. See you. Bye. It's giveaway time. People have given away things since the dawn of time. A glass of water, a free egg, a four-wheel drive. All jokes aside, guys, this is our first giveaway car on the channel. We're trying to move things in a new direction where we can actually give back to our viewers as well as bring a lot of fun back to the content. This turbo diesel 1HZ 80 series Land Cruiser GXL is packed with accessories, making it the perfect base to start from. Whether you want to go touring, set it up as a tow vehicle, or even use it for work, Big 80 Bus can do it all. Perfect for touring on-road, off-road, on the side of a hill, in space, whatever, wherever you want to go. As well as what you can obviously see, we've also got a brand new 105 series 1HZ boost compensated fuel pump, completely reconditioned head, a brand new heavy duty clutch, got a winch for pulling out your patrol friends that went places they shouldn't have gone in the first place. We've also got a full dual battery setup. Before the lucky winner is drawn in February, we have some work to do, like replacing this indicator that you've been looking at this whole time. So make sure you head to our YouTube channel and hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. All you have to do to enter is buy our merch. Head to our website below, there'll be a link in the description to learn more. Check the T's and C's.
Do you come with the car?
And get your entries in to go into the draw to win yourself a good old honest 80 series Land Cruiser.